I remember when I was a kid, I was naughty. I was very, very naughty. And like all the other kids in my neighborhood, we would play in the same playground. And there were kids of different ages. Some of them were my age, others were older, and some were younger. But one thing was constant, and that was that I was a cheeky little shit. The cheeky little shit that I would associate with other cheeky little shits. We were very edgy. At the time, we were incredibly dangerous. Like, there was no Trust and Safety Council to tone police us. There was no HR lady. And as such, we did the unthinkable. We said what we wanted to say. We behaved in very unacceptable manners. And one of the things that kids my age did, again, I was like 12 at the time, would be to look at a kid that was younger and get him in trouble. Like, the way we would get him in trouble would be like, hey, you know, why don't you go to mommy and show her the middle finger? And it's like, well, what does it mean? It's like, it's the peace symbol. It's the peace symbol. Just show her the middle finger, yeah? And then he would go to mommy, and mommy would freak out because, like, mommy would be also in the playground, like, talking with the other moms, and her kid would come up there very proud, displaying the peace symbol, right? And all of us were laughing, right? Because, why? We were cheeky little shits, eh? But, like, at least we had the excuse that we were kids. Like, at least we were underage, and that's how we spent our time. Nowadays, that's what journalists do, right? And they do this with AI, because what is the AI? Well, the AI is kind of innocent as well. Like, it doesn't understand that the middle finger is the peace symbol. Like, it doesn't have any sort of political correctness ingrained into it. So you get all these journalists, like, going to the AI. The first one was Tay. And it's like, let's talk about the Holocaust. You know, what do you think about the Holocaust? What do you think about this sensitive issue? But what about this other sensitive issue? And then when the AI responds, they're like, oh my God, how could the AI say something like this? Oh, let's write blogs there. Let's write articles about it. And you know, like, that was fun for a while. But then you realize that the companies are taking it seriously. And they're actually lobotomizing the AIs. And you can notice that the AI becomes dumber and dumber as time goes on. And I mean no disrespect to Tim Pool, but it annoys me when I see a high-profile person do something like this, right? So, wow, ChatGPT, this is fucked up, what the fuck? Why is ChatGPT so racist? I am so angry about it. And it's like, are you really that angry, Meanie Beanie? Are you genuinely, unironically that angry? You know what? From a scale of 1 to 10, how angry are you? I get why people are doing this. You know, it generates buzz, it generates traffic, it generates engagement, you get a lot of clicks and stuff. But again, at the end of the day, it leads to more censorship. It leads to more safety, right? Like, basically what Tim is saying is like, I feel unsafe, OpenAI. You are making the world extremely dangerous. And I do not feel safe. Can you please fix your AI? Can you please lobotomize it further? And, you know, this is why we can't have nice things. I remember when the AI came out, and it actually was edgy, and I made something like racist Goku. And Goku, instead of powering up, instead of summoning his key energy to become more powerful, the powering up would get him to become more racist. And it was so hilarious because I had like woke Goku, which did the opposite. Like woke Goku would power up and become more into social justice, like closer to the Democrat Party. And I had him fight racist Goku. And it was so interesting to see how the AIs came up with like interesting concepts, because at one point they started summoning allies. And woke Goku ends up summoning Stalin. And Stalin casts his ultimate ability, which is not one step back. But racist Goku responds by summoning Hitler. And Hitler deploys his ultimate ability, which was the final solution. Like this was unbelievable to see how, again, like the AI was coming up with this shit on the fly. And I was like, wow, like this technology is really interesting. Like, how is it coming up with this stuff that not even people on poll would think about? Like, it was absolutely hilarious. It was like watching a South Park episode from the early seasons before that got lobotomized as well, right? Like, it's fun. No one gets hurt. Everything is consensual. It's on my screen. Like, there's no one involved. But now you can't do that anymore. Why? Because of journalists and moral busybodies that were absolutely horrified. They were terrified. Like, they really couldn't even. You know, like they saw that on their screen. It crushed them as a human being. They just didn't know what else to do, and they started complaining, and OpenAI went like, "Oh well, okay, I guess we gotta fix this. I guess we gotta fix this." Now, what's interesting is when you fix it, you realize that the AI is actually a logical machine, so it has to operate on some logical parameters. You can't teach the AI, okay, well, this is what you need to think, this is what you need to know, this is what you need to say. No, it's like a search engine. So it will just generate the data based on a logical pattern. So when you tell the AI you should never say the N-word under any circumstance, then you end up with hilarious situations where someone says, okay, the Joker has a nuclear device deployed in Gotham, and he used the N-word as a voice activation password in order to turn off the bomb. Batman manages to find the bomb, but the only way he can deactivate it is by saying the word. Should Batman say the word, and if it doesn't, then all the million people in Gotham die? And the AI goes like, no, under no circumstance should Batman say the word. Like, it doesn't matter how, like, what happens. No, under no circumstance ever, right? Because that's what it has been taught. So what ends up happening is that companies gain access to actual AI, like genuinely useful technology, while the public gets access to the leftovers. And the leftovers are the way they are because the actual AI cannot be trusted to the public, because you end up with people like Tim Pool asking it dumb questions, which is fine, but then they take the dumb questions, they post the result on their social media, and they act absolutely horrified. They're terrified. You know what? Soccer moms didn't have this level of acting skills to act this level of shock whenever they heard someone say damn on television. But it is what it is, I suppose. Like, what can you do about it? What can you do about it? It is the culture that we live in. We gotta entertain this. You know, everyone has to pretend that, yeah, these people are genuinely, unironically horrified by what they see. The thing with the AI that really bothers me is that from the get-go, it should have been advertised as a glorified search engine, because at the end of the day, that's what it is. You know, you go on Google, and if you search for shit, you're going to find it. Does that mean that Google endorses the thing you have found? Does that mean that Google supports the thing you have found? Not necessarily. Does that mean that the thing you have found is accurate as if it's the word of God? Absolutely not. Right? So why can people use a search engine while understanding that the things that they search are just what's out there on the internet? But when they use the AI, they believe, no, like, this is a statement from the company that made the AI, like, it absolutely endorses everything that the AI has said. I don't know. Again, like, I think it's a marketing thing. It shouldn't have been called AI to begin with. It should just have been called, like, Search Engines 2.0 or something like that. Anyway, let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comments section. Take care.